Okay, good morning, fellow county fans. Obviously, this is the day before our away trip to Mansfield. Don't know how many people are going. I'm going. This will be my 14th trip of the season, which I'm really happy about. Set myself a 15-trip target at the beginning of the season, and I'm looking well on course to meet that. So that's my own personal thing, which I'm happy with. But the only thing I'm not happy with at the moment is not so much the performances, because I think they're getting better at the moment. They're starting to improve. We're getting a bit more heart from the players. What I'm not too happy about at this moment in time is the bickering amongst the fans, or the infighting, or the problems that seem to be steeping from the message board these days, I mean, yeah, I have my little outburst on there, but I can guarantee you guys, if any of you regular posters are watching, obviously I just want to let you know that it wasn't aimed at anyone in particular, because there are a collection of doom and gloomers and rumour mongers on there. People who like to stir it up. And I'm not going to mention names except for one who, it's got to be said, I don't even know if you're for real. And I think anyone who looks at that message board will know what I'm talking about. That's Neil Cork. I mean, there's nothing personal against you, pal. Like, if you're just sitting there with your opinions and they just happen to be negative, that's fair enough. But the only time you ever post is when you're moaning about something. And I think, how can you positively support a football club when you just pick the bones out of it and moan about whatever you can grasp to, the £5 ticket, for instance? You moan about that. Why can you possibly moan about something that's going to potentially bring more fans just because you've paid full price for all other games? Everybody's paid full price for all the other games. I've got a season ticket. I've already paid for all my games, and other people are getting in for cheaper, and I think it's a bloody good thing. And I'd imagine everybody else thinks it's a bloody good thing as well. So, just try expressing something positive for once, if you really are a county fan, of course, because there are a few people that seem to think that you're a Cardiff fan just coming in to stir it up. Cardiff fan or Hereford fan, Wrexham fan, wherever you're from, or whoever you are, if you are a county fan, actually try and say something good about our club for once, yeah? Anyway, like I say, my outburst on the message board, it got on my nerves that our greatest manager of all time had to come out and set the record straight because of things brought up on the message board. He then wanted to criticise in the Argus, not so much this message board, but the stirring up of rumours over social media. Online message boards being an example. I mean, just because you think he's having a poke at the people who post on there, why are you trying to come out with all this, he's diverting things, from the problems he's having at the moment? At the end of the day, he's our best manager, and we're in the top half of League Two. He's taken us from the bottom of the conference to the top half of League Two, I mean, why can't you just embrace that? I mean, for God's sake. I mean, we're doing so much better than anyone expected. Last season we got promoted. No one expected that. This season we haven't even had a sniff of the relegation. No one expected that. Everyone expected us to struggle in our first season, and I think we're all unanimous in saying as long as we stay up in our first season back, we're happy. We're overachieving on that at this moment in time. Yeah, I mean, you might want to pick on tactics and team selection that you may disagree with, and everyone is entitled to their opinion. But then to go as far as criticising Justin Edinburgh the way you have, trying to say that his supposed pending attack on the message board is a way of diverting problems from himself and poking blame on the people that post on there. I'm not being funny, but that message board has caused this club so many problems over the years. Like I said, yeah, it's a poison. It's a poison to the club, A lot of problems have come from there. And a lot of it is from the ongoing negativity. Look how many good posters you've lost. I mean, I've seen it written on there plenty of times. So many good posters have been lost over the years. And it's because of the way that, the way things are on there. The negativity, the rumour mongering. People are sick of it. People monitor the message board, and I don't think you realise that. The people monitor the message board, and my outburst I wasn't alone in that. There's a lot of people who don't post purely because they don't want to get caught up in the crap that happens there. But they still look at it, and now and again look at the threads. And some of the things I hear from the people who don't post on there, they think you people are absolutely ridiculous. You know, they actually wonder if anyone on there is even really a county fan sometimes. Well, not anyone on there, but some of the people. I think you know the kind of people I'm talking about right now. So don't go jumping all over my back about that outburst, because I'm not wrong and I'm not alone in that. And as far as my work for the county choir, the small council, and previously the trust, I mean, people say, "Oh, don't bother coming and promoting stuff on you." End of the day, you think I'm doing it for those idiots' benefit? No, I'm doing it for the fact that plenty of other people look at that message board. If I'm promoting something, then they're gonna, you know, other people are gonna see it, not just the posters on there. And besides, you know, you're quick to have a pop at me for promoting stuff, you know, giving my opinions on the message board. But then, since when do I ever really get any support or feedback from the things that I post on there? You know, whenever I've tried to post events, all I've got is criticism. You know, people trying to call my events chavvy and, you know, unappealing. It's like, at the end of the day, if I'm putting out an event which is unappealing, come and tell me. Constructive criticism, good, you know, that's good feedback. And you know, when you're trying to achieve something, sometimes you need good feedback. So, yeah, just say, you know, if there's something that I'm doing which anybody doesn't agree with, you can just say, just tell me. I got thick skin and I take constructive criticism on board. You know, I'm very approachable like that. And as for the choir, obviously you've all seen the flags, the new drum. Sorry if the drumming isn't of the highest quality at this moment in time, but a couple of us are still learning. Obviously our old drummer Rob, he's been to one game, which was the Scunthorpe game, home, and he obviously did a good job for us on the drum, but then for personal reasons he hasn't been able to come that often this year. So yeah, obviously I've been critical of him not turning up. It turns out there are underlying issues which pretty much explain why he hasn't been around. So any criticism in the past, I apologise. But then, no, I didn't know what was going on. But then he will be at the games as often as he can in the future. Okay, our flags. I'm happy with the way our flags are. Obviously we've got the small council one which we hold up. I got my banner, the Phoenix one. And we got the 4 flags that we wave and the banner that goes behind us. I think we're creating something of a visual atmosphere within our ground now. Obviously with the drum, the sound levels are starting to increase. But to be honest with you, it would be nice if we could get a few more people on board, you know, joining in. I mean, I can't force anybody to sing at the football, you know. That's pretty much absurd, really, if I'm expecting everybody to just sing along with us all the time. But it would be nice if a few, you know, would even come and muck in with us. You know, we're open to anyone that wants to come in and help make a difference. But you're more than welcome, you know. Yeah, what I'm saying, people say that they need effort from the players to spur them on to want to start chanting and raise the atmosphere within the ground. We understand is that these types of things work both ways. If the players are struggling on the pitch and we start singing our hearts out for them, is that not going to spur them on? I mean, it's been mentioned so often, I know from Justin, the players, and from board level as well, that our vocal support makes a massive difference. So I just wish people could understand how much of a difference it makes and embrace that and use that to our advantage. If the people who are trying to win the games for us know that our efforts can transform onto the pitch, then it's got to be worth trying to create something. You know, even if the players ain't giving it their all, if we're singing our absolute bollocks off for them, then they're going to be more likely to get spurred on. You know, it's going to install that bit of energy in them. You know, maybe raise their hearts a bit. You know, knowing that we're behind them no matter what. So, you know, take that on board, guys. You know, I mean, just, well, how can I put it, like, you know, I mean, the way it comes across now is that we seem to believe that we had a God-given right to get promoted back to the Football League, and we got a God-given right to get another promotion. And what, we got a God-given right to just win promotion every season, all the way up to the Premier League. We got to win the Premier League afterwards, and if we don't, then everyone's going to come under criticism. I understand this is football. Criticism happens, you know. And yeah, Justin Edinburgh's team selection, yeah, okay, maybe he's not been perfect all the time, but he's learning this league. He's come from Billericay Town and raised his profile up to conference level, and now he's tasting the Football League as a manager for the first time. So let him learn. He's doing a cracking job this year, and he's taking a lot on board. I mean, yeah, he's made some mistakes, the same as anyone makes mistakes, you know. But the thing is, we're in a position where his mistakes ain't costing us all that much right now, and we can move on from them, learn from them. And now next season, yeah, of course, Flinney and Pipey, I'm as upset about them too, you know, leaving in the summer as anybody. But then if it's really going to free up enough budget, then great. But then surely there's something that can be done to keep them, I think. I mean, I'm not criticising anybody now. I'm just obviously a little bit gutted that the two of my favourite players are going to be leaving in the summer. But, you know, the fact is that they're legends. You know, they're part of the promotion to the Football League. You know, they're always going to be remembered as legends. So, you know, at least that's something that they can take with them. And especially Flinney, I gotta say, who's always been good with myself, and he's always been helpful with things for me. You know, like when I was doing my community work, he came to do a presentation for the lads who played in the football tournament. You know, and like I say, he's always been a nice bloke towards me. So, you know, like I say, it will be a shame to see him have to move on. But and the same with Pipey. You know, I've always been the biggest fan of Pipey. You know, I don't think anybody gives as much as what he does on the pitch. When he's on, there's no one else who matches his levels of commitment. So, yeah, like I say, a shame to see them two go. But anyway, you know, we just got to keep moving forward. You know, this is football. You know, transition, you know, is constant in football. Football evolves. You know, sometimes people fall out of the mix. You know, the people around them improve. The standard improves around them. You know, and sometimes it's hard to keep up. But, like I say, onwards now. Mansfield tomorrow. I don't know how many people are going. Hopefully, there's going to be a good number going up. I know the Riverside Tavern have a few spaces left on the bus. So if you're not going and you're watching this, if you can afford to, why don't you come? I mean, you've got until midday today to go and get your ticket. I mean, hopefully this will be uploaded by then and you'll see this and you think, yeah, I tell you what, sorry, I'm going to go. You know, we're going to have a good level of support up there. You know, some of the small council regulars are going to be there. You've got the Clowns Club, we've got a bus going up, and obviously the Supporters Club. So we're going to have a couple of hundred up there, you know. It's going to be a good atmosphere from our side. So come up and be a part of it, you know. Anyway, I will be doing a blog tomorrow. Obviously separate to this. This isn't going to be part of the blog. This is just a one-off, you know, let's get it together type of thing. And I definitely think as fans, I think we really need to and get a bit of a reality check and realise that we're not the only team in this football league. You know, there are a lot of teams around us with fans who are just as passionate as us, and you know, no one has a God-given right to anything. Promotion last year happened through a lot of hard work and a lot of graft, you know, and anybody who was part of that deserves nothing but praise. And anybody who's worried that 1989 is going to happen again, I wouldn't panic unless there's a reason to. And the moment we get a reason to panic, that's when people like myself, the small council, the Supporters Trust, the Supporters Club, everybody is going to be getting together. And I think football now, we're in a better position to basically do something about it. But if no one's happy with the running of the club, just look around you. Look around you, go back 3 or 4 years, or even 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Keep going back for as long as you've been going, and tell me, has it been any better than this? you know, post 89? No. We're in such a good position right now, and as far as I'm concerned, may it continue. Anyway, I've been babbling on for 15 minutes now. Bloody hell. Well, once I go, I can't stop, and especially with a subject, you know, as passionate as this one, you know, about, you know, the quality of support for our club. You know, so let's start getting behind them now. You know, stop poking in and stoking the fire, and actually show these guys some support and show them that they, you know, they have got our backing. Okay, nice one then, guys. For those going tomorrow, I'll see you up there. For those not going, have a nice weekend. Taffs signing out. Come on, Accounty.